No niin, tervetuloa seuraamaan Baldur's Gate 3 peliä ja paikkana on Shadowgorsk Lands. Tämä haastava paikka ja tässä leirissä ollaan. Kuten tapana on ollut näillä pelikerroilla, aloitan opetuksella. Tämä kaikki muuten tapahtui tammikuussa 2011, tammikuun 28. päivä 2011 Jerusalemissa. Jerusalemin UFO-tapaus. Mitä näimme videolla Jerusalemin yllä olleesta UFOsta Kristuksen pyhän hengen paluun? Kuten Raamattu kertoo, Jesua vaelsi ihmisenä kasteisessa asti, jolloin pyhä henki laskeutui näkevästä taivaasta yhtymään hänen. Tehdin hänestä ihmisen ja Jumalan. Tammikuun 28. päivänä 2011 maailma todisti pyhän hengen paluuta yhtymistä jälleen miehen, joka on Kristus täsmälleen siellä, ja siten kuin pyhät kirjoitukset ennustivat. Kun Kristus astui ylös taivaaseen 2000 vuotta sitten, se tapahtui tässä paikassa ja enkelit vakuuttivat todistajille, että hän palaisi samalla tavalla. Apostolin teot 1.11 ja he sanoivat heille, Galilean miehet, miksi te seisotte ja katsotte taivaalle? Tämä Jesua, joka otettiin teidän luotanne taivaaseen, on tuleva samalla tavalla kuin te näitte hänen taivaaseen menevän. Matteus 24:27. Sillä niin kauan kuin Solama leimahtaa idästä ja näkyy hamaan länteen, niin on oleva ihmisen pojan tulemus, kun hänen pyhän henkensä laskeutui pilvistä Lähi-idässä, Jerusalemissa, ja saapui ulottuvuuteemme Solaman kaltaisella välähdyksellä, ja matkusti välittömästä länteen Pohjois-Amerikkaan yhtyäkseen ihmisen poikaan Raeliin. Jotkut ovat yrittäneet väittää, että video on huijaus, mutta sitä se ei ole. Se on vahvistettu useita kertoja, jopa Muffonin toimesta Verpre 2011 olevan aito UFO-tapaus. Voit nähdä kaikki 5 todistajavideota itse, mukaan lukien hallituksen sääkameran kuvaaman videon. Tässä oli se opetus kokonaisuudessaan ja mä näin nuot videot sitten vasta pari vuotta myöhemmin, runsaasti marraskuussa 2013 ja sillä tiellä ollaan oltu sitten on aikaa vierähtänyt jo. Meidän pelissä on nyt tarkoitus tehdä Laeselin oma missiokuosti ja sen tähden meidän täytyy lähteä tältä alueelta, mutta ennen sitä me jutellaan.
In my years as the Blade, I've witnessed countless cruelties, faced unimaginable evil. But Thorn, he is made of pure hate. The Sword Coast will rejoice when the bastard's fallen. And lest we forget, we've a devil to rescue. 2 missions, 1 destination. Not in a mere prison cell, certainly. My guess, Thorn will have confined him in the bowels of the tower. The deeper we dig, the closer we get. Not so enchanting as you'd think. The Portiers, the Caldwells, They were the blue bloods hosting the fancy balls and drinking from gold goblets. Father's the son of a blacksmith, born with barely a coin in the coffers. He made a name for himself among the Flaming Fist, brave as Baldur and stubborn as a deep rothay, daring, outspoken, but hardly posh. I spent more time dueling with Father than I did rubbing elbows with lords. Not to say I didn't develop a taste for good wine and the talent for courtly dance. Yes and no. Father taught me the 4 pillars of power: courage, insight, strategy, justice. He reckoned I'd follow in his footsteps. First as a fist marshal, then as a duke. Vanquish evil, maintain order, save the world. But a duke makes bedfellows with more monsters than he slays. Father called it diplomacy. I called it hypocrisy. In the frontiers, there is no posturing, no diplomacy. I slay monsters, I don't consort with them. Even if I might look like one. It's a first. Mazora set me on fiends inside and outside the Hells. She's never ordered a rescue. Gods. She makes a mockery of everything the blade stands for. Such an asshole. Thank you for sticking your neck out for me. I mean it, but I'm not going to celebrate till I'm actually free. I can already feel her scheming. She won't let me go without a fuss. Trust me on this. The same thought crossed my mind. I'm only to hunt the infernal, the demonic, and the heartless. But nowhere was it stated that I can't help one. Either we find it, or I'm made a mindless blob clawing at demons on the front line of the blood war. Yes, unless Mazora actually fulfills her promise and sets me free. I always knew what my future held, and I know I chose right. He brings to mind a story. The Devil with the Silver Tongue. An old fairy tale my father read to me. The kind with a hero, a villain, and a moral. A farmer made a deal with the devil, so the story goes. In exchange for the farmer's dearest fruit, the devil granted him a bottomless coin purse. The farmer's dearest fruit, naturally, was no apple nor peach, but his beloved daughter. We can learn a lot from fairy tales, don't you think? Do not trust Raphael. Is that plain enough? Refuse him, no matter how tempting the offer, no matter how delicious the feast he lays out for you. The cost will be too great. That's because you still have hope. But when he becomes your last hope, remember this. He'll require of you only what you're least ready to part with, and then require more still. You might think you'd give up anything for a cure, but the devil won't take just anything. He'll take everything. It's said that anyone who bathes in the river of blood emerges as one born anew. It's a lot like that, I imagine. I feel the weight of these horns on my head, curling upwards like a mammoth's tusks. I feel these ridges snaking down my neck, not to mention a few bumps and prongs in unmentionable places. But I haven't seen my reflection just yet. Be my mirror. What do you see? I can't tell if you're being silly or serious. I'll accept the flattery either way. I suppose I'll grow used to the new me, horns and all. The people will see a curiosity, maybe even a beast hungry for their souls. But I will slay their monsters, keep them safe, and one day they will see the Blade of Frontiers again. I think that unknowable powers come with unknowable consequences. I can't say I'm not curious, but once you've taken a lithid by the talon, there's no telling how deep into the abyss it might drag you.
Ei se lähde.
I'm more than a bit wary, I admit. Still, I am the Frontier's avowed protector. New dangers require new skills to vanquish them. If the tadpole must be my curse, then let the powers it grants me be the Sword Coast's blessing. I will consume what I must to make it so.
Jaa, se
On my mind. And, well, in it.
leveleitä tullut. Mitäs me tarvitaan? Joo. Mitä me tarvitaan? Ehkä. Weapon Master. Sitten kame katsoa tuota tehtävälistaa. Vaihdettiin aluetta. Ainakin yritetään tehdä Laisselin tehtävää. Joo, tää paikka on tuttu.
On my way.
What's so funny? You haven't got some laughing curve.
I really made it out of Avernus. It's incredible.
All right, just keep it down. We're conspicuous enough without your hyena call.
Mitäs nää äänet tarkoittaa? Onko tarkoittaa hirviö tää on?
No traps, please.
Muuten me pitää mennä tänne. Täällä on vain tehtävällistä täällä. Tää on vähän semmonen, että taisi tallentaa. Voisiko voi tietää? Näistä vihollisten vahvuuksista.
Drop your weapons!
I'll feed your innards to the ants before I do that, Istik.
This is your last chance!
No, look up. That was your last chance, Istik. Now burn!
Stop wasting time, Beretta. You're not here to play with the locals.
Of course, Githrak. We merely sought to...
No excuses. Question, kill, then move on. Find the weapon. Our queen watches us. Fail her at your peril.
A red dragon. I envy its knight. Would that I rode such a steed. A crash must be near. Come, my kin await.
Githrak, we must speak.
Ryder, my time is short. Lead me to...
Such a familiar tone. Were I not merciful, I would slice the skin clean from your meat. Yet you are not bleeding. For I am nothing if not merciful. Your name, child.
Lae'zel.
Lae'zel. Proud. Regal, even. You will call me Gestil Githrak.
Voss, Knight Supreme. The Queen's silver, the Queen's sword.
I am who you say. A Geich vessel has fallen from the sky, Lae'zel. Thieves aboard have taken a weapon most precious. It is polyhedric in shape and inscribed with the sacred runes of our people.
You suddenly feel a strange anxiety take hold. Not your own, but that of the artifact you carry. Somehow, it's afraid. You attune your mind to it. The artifact does not want to fall into the Gith Raiders' hands any more than it does the Absolute followers.
Take word to your creche. You are to join our search. Speak up, child. Affirm your mandate.
You honor me with this duty, Githrak. I shall alert my caretaker with haste. The Githrak nods, content with Lae'zel's answer.
You serve your queen well, child. Take your slaves and hunt those who escaped the Geich ship. They must carry the weapon.
I fly now to Vlaakith, our undying queen. She will see your faith rewarded in this plane and ours.
To Danos! To the sky!
Näinkö me selvittiin?
Damn it all! You did
Älä
well
nyt
to
kiiru.
intervene, vexed as I am to admit it. The Gestil Githrak would have flayed our skin and left our carcasses to burn in the sun. All for the sake of the artifact that we carry. The crash is near, this much we know. We follow the path forward and into the valley. No one, not even the ignoble Gestil Githrak, will keep me from my purification.
Kun näillä löytää hyvää armoreita. Otetaan näitä armorit.
Don't mind if I do. Still warm from the red dragon.
alas.
Soldier.
Let's move.
Sama sota.
Attention.
Patas.
No one back home will ever believe this.
Mä näillä kaikilla teen. Goblin bow. French sword.
What a charmer.
Let's get going.
Ottaa nämä tonne. Tää aina tarvii kantaa mukana näitä. Vassi kun mennään sinne. Missä metallihirvi on? Kaiken maailman. Mitäkään, onko ainoa velho, niin tää voisi ehkä olla. Kaiken maailman.
What's the story?
Well, hello.
Mikä sitten olisi? Saatu. No niin, voit jatkaa matkaa. Tallennetaan peliä.
What to do? Wonder if the gods are watching me.
Alueen vaihtaminen.
With haste.
Wait. These markings. Tirsu script scratched in the ground. A creche must be nested in the temple below. Hurry. We are close to our cure.
The disc appears in your mind's eye. Lae'zel sees it too, and considers the vision.
Tirsu markings. Ancient. I recognize them, but I can't make sense. No. Wait. The texts are enciphered, but I've solved the pattern. It's a story. About Orpheus.
Your head buzzes in concert with Lae'zel's, but it hardly matters. Even without the connection, you'd recognize her discomfort.
Githyanki writing. Every word a wheel. Every letter a spoke. The most powerful texts are engraved in slate. Some so ancient, only the most erudite Gish can read them. A traitor. A dead one. This text is heresy. I can hardly bear to read it, let alone speak it. Very well. I will read it to you. The Prince of the Comet, Part 1. So it was that we were free from Geich shackles and turned our blades on each other. The heavens were shattered, and one great empire was divided in two. Gith traveled to the Hells to broker help for her people, her cause. Vlaakith would have you believe Mother Gith proclaimed her our queen. Lies. Gith made no such proclamation. Vlaakith seized the empire against the Mother's wishes. But Gith had nurtured a son, Orpheus, Prince of the Comet, the true heir. He knew Vlaakith's treachery. Orpheus rallied Gith's honor guard and declared the throne for himself. The War of the Comet had begun. Disregard this drivel. Gith declared Vlaakith queen of the Empire, and her own son defied her. Orpheus would have ceded control to the Geich. She did nothing of the sort. Thank your good fortunes I'm a tolerant woman, or I'd have sliced off a few toes for suggesting it. It is over where I am concerned. It is through conflict that we strengthen our bonds. Yet I do not recommend Shadowheart seek it again. The next resolution may not end in her favor. I understand much beyond your comprehension. More to the point, I know the cure for our condition. It is imperative we locate a creche. You do well to observe more and question less. Mark my words, this power would be no blessing, but a curse. You might as well ask me to gouge out my eyes for the promise of sight, or slice off my tongue for the promise of taste. The mere suggestion is an insult.
Joo.
No, that's absurd. When the tadpole has stretched to every pore and slithered through every vein, what am I to do then? It won't hear my screams. It won't care if I beg. I will be remade in its image. My faith in Vlaakith will guide me, and my own might will sustain me. I have no need of this depraved power.
Onnistuttiin.
You might be right. The Githyanki have long studied Geich and used what we've learned. The Zaithisk itself was devised from such knowledge. The tadpole is perhaps not just a curse, but a weapon I can twist and mold to my advantage. Very well. I will swallow my disgust and avail myself of the parasite's powers.
I'm exceptionally well armed.
Ai olet vai?
What's up for discussion?
A friendly face. Oh, you are a sweet, sweet blessing, my dear. You know, I've had nothing but trouble all day. I've been accosted, chased, insulted. Look over there. Do you see that wretched little hive? Oh, it certainly looks that way. But inside, it is swarming with brutish, stupid, rude Githyanki.
Brutish and rude by your wretched standards. But stupid. Chocky.
Your charming companion would call it a creche. But it was built on what remained after the Githyanki slaughtered all of the monks. I'd call it a murderous training camp.
Acutely observed on both counts.
Honestly, I was doing them a favor offering to buy one of their eggs. And how am I repaid? Attacked and run off like some transient. What? No, of course not. I was merely... well... Look, it's just an egg. The Society of Brilliance asked me to acquire one of their roe so they can incubate it and, once it hatches, raise the spawn in their tradition.
Please, do enlighten me. What is this tradition?
The Society believes a Githyanki raised in a peaceful, nurturing environment can overcome its violent nature. I'm sure your friend would agree. A Githyanki is as likely to forsake its violent nature as a gnome is to fly. You've been sipping from the same goblet as the Society. Perhaps you'd be willing to help them, to prove your point. They may have chased me away, but surely the Gith would welcome a person with such sympathetic views to their creche. And once inside, you could simply purloin an egg.
Steal one of Gith's own. I will slit your throat for even suggesting it.
I'm not talking to you. You'll be well compensated, of course. Just bring me an egg. Pity. You'd have become rather rich had you the proper sense. Should you change your mind, you know where to find me.
Tiedä sitten. Mä en oikein halua suututtaa Laisalle tällä asialla. Varmaan tallentaa. Täällä on jotain taistelujuttuja. Mutta millaisko mä hukkasin mun haamon nyt? Missä se on? Täällä. On sama taso kuin me ollaan sentään.
I wonder if this is worth the cost. Time to push my luck again.
Joo. Taitaa vaan. Kyllä vaan.
No surrender.
Go for the throat. Yes.
Time to press ahead.
Laitetaan ihan tonne.
See this coming.
before you break.
Pystyykö se hyppäämään tänne? Vedät ihan tapoja. Ei muuta kuin tapoja vaan.
Another fight. Let's go.
Täällä 29. Lisää vaan.
No choice but to keep going.
Pystyykö mä edes hyppäämään tuohon provoke? Yritän hypätä lähemmäs. Saatiin se yksi pois pelistä ainakin. Me voidaan ehkä hoitaa tää. Miss mun hahmo on?
Time to strike.
This is my happy place.
This is good.
Nilhata tuo henki. Se on kova asia.
Still breathing, despite everything.
Tänne kaatuu enempää.
Time to kill.
Näin. Se meni paremmin, mitä mä arvelin. Oltiin aika vahvoja.
I'm so tired. How do people do this all day?
Sinäkö väsynyt?
Time to press ahead.
Suojellaan.
What's inside? Let's have a look.
Aarteita. Hetkinen. Mikäs tämä on? Joo, tästä pääsee tonne kaplinipaikkaan.
Broken. Need to find another way.
Jaa. Aarre. En tiedä sitten mikä täällä odottaa edes. Meidän ryhmä on kyllä vähän väsynyt. Eikö se mene tänne sit vai? Ei mene. Oho. Jos pitäisi pikku tauon tähän.